we're here. I'm here a little later than I intended, but we're here. I needed to plug in my controller. That's what I had to do. Alright, we're ready. Okay, so hopefully I can finish this game today. We will see. I have less time now, so we'll see. But let us get in. We just discovered this new area. We have one more area to discover and one more god to find. Oh, that's going back. We don't want to go back yet. We want to go back in. Alright, let's explore this area. Looks rather deep. I don't know if there's anything down here. I'm not seeing anything. Alright, so let's just reorient. Go back up. So I don't think we were done looking at everything there. Seeing anything in the scan? I don't see anything here. Alright, so let's go back under. That's the solar net. That's a fish. We can't talk to this one. Alright. I have to go all the way around to get in. In here. Highlights the chairs, but I can't actually do anything with them. Pretty room though. doesn't seem to have anything for me to do here. So go back down. That was an exit. Here. I think this is the way. No, that's back where we came. I think. Or was that? That was. I got turned around. It's fine. We'll get there. No, that's also an exit. Where is she then? Trying to remember how to get to that character. That's just an exit. Was it this way? I'm pretty sure this is an exit too. Oh, no. Maybe it was this way. Nope. I'm all confused now. Did she leave? We talked to her last time. Maybe she left. I'm very confused right now. This thing doesn't open. Okay, well, I guess we'll leave. She was in here. She might have left. Alright, well, we can leave too. So let's figure out where we're going. She has a marker, but she's not where she should be. So we'll go back here. Instead of wasting time. Oh right, she came here because she was going to study. This place is incredible. The life forms here are like nothing else in the ocean. I can't wait to study these samples back at the lab. No time to talk. Alright. Well then, I guess we'll go over here. They appear to be gone again. I'll have to search for their hiding spot. Which was somewhere underneath a rock. Not that rock, though. I don't remember which rock. I know it's under a rock, though. I'm just gonna move slowly. Now at the edge. I'm looking for our kids that are hiding again. That was their home. Just not there at the moment. I'm thinking I have to go around. To this side? No, couldn't go to this side. Where was that hiding spot? I feel like I'm just going in circles. I wish I could mark spots. Then I would have found them already. They're not in there. Well, we're gonna end up swimming around for a bit. Unfortunately. It shouldn't be this hard to find them. I did find them before. I just... hard to remember where I went. Okay, well, I think we'll try back here. Maybe she'll have gone back. Oh wait, this is the otter. Well, the otter will be easier to find. There's the otter. Hey, LCD! How are you? Hey, friend, these two both say they're the life of the party. Did you know that? Folks are divided on who's the real deal. But me, I say they're equally classy. Well, let's head back to the grove. You said you knew Alethea, right? She's looking for some help around the lab. Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course. Hey, Arcanum! I actually started late today, so I really just started. That's alright. I forgot to do something important I needed to do. But how are you? She's always super busy. It doesn't surprise me she'd be looking for volunteers. I was thinking you'd be a good candidate to help her out. Me? Seriously? What does she need help with anyway? She wants you to help her analyze some samples of a material she found. It's not really my specialty, friend. What about you? You're probably better with this stuff than me. Kind of a hard work day yesterday, but it's feeling okay again today as long as I keep it up. Oh, well, I'm glad things are getting a little better. I had an under the weather day yesterday, so feeling a lot better today though. I don't know the first thing about all those crazy gadgets of hers. Wouldn't it be fun to learn about the lab? I'm sure Alethea will show you the ropes. I think that's better than the other choice. Because the other choice is like, well, you owe her. But Amar is all about fun, so let's go with that angle. Well, to be honest, Alethea's lab is not my kind of place. Okay, well, we tried. Sorry you had that yesterday. Very nice, you're doing better. Thanks. Yeah, I try to read everything. I do my best. Sometimes it's hard. Just chilling and freezing? How cold is it? It's so cold. Well, yeah. You'd be fall right now? I had to think. Fall going into winter. (13°C). I'm not sure what that is in Fahrenheit, because I never... I'm so bad at converting in my head what that would be. Last month of autumn. Yeah, that makes sense. Water's so dark and cold out there, and I don't like being near all that weird shiny stuff. It'll be an adventure. Think about the stories you'll be able to share when you get back. Or I can bring up the favors. Well, since you didn't think it'd be very fun, maybe I should say this. I do remember that now that you mention it. I know, friend. It's no good. I put it off for too long. I'll go and give Alethea a hand. Hopefully it'll be nice and easy. Sounds good. Alright, let's ask. Oh, don't have anything to ask about. Alright. So with that done, now we can go back to her. Or we can look and see if these guys are back. We got some rain, so a little reprieve from our too hot this early Texas weather. Yeah, we got a lot of rain. It looks like they're still in their hiding spot, and I'm getting annoyed with looking for them, so yeah, we'll go to over here. That'll be easier. Looking forward to some games later today. Yes, I am too. She's still working. I can't even tell her. Okay, well, we're looking for a little bug. He's eating somewhere around here. Not over here. He should be here. Where did my little buddy go? Over here. I'm not seeing the bug. Okay, well, I guess we can't do that then, because I don't know where he went. Eating around here. Now he's nowhere around her. Okay, what if I left? Would he have ventured out? Wait. That was just the rock. Okay. Hey, Asa! Okay, maybe, yeah, that was an exit. We'll see if, okay, I don't think he ventured out that far. I have no idea where he went. The little bug is gone. I'm not sure how that happened. Or is he over here somewhere? In which case he really ventured far if he is. Oh, I don't see... I do not see the bug. There's the rock. Wait, if that's the rock... Was he over here? I thought I saw something, but maybe not. guess not. I will come back. We'll go over here. See if she'll go back. I'm doing good today. Yep, nope, she's still out. So I have no idea what to do right now. It's not like I consulted a guide. So that's just great. Hopefully we get unstuck. I guess we'll have to look for these twins. There's nothing else that I can do. Only thing is, these twins are annoying to find. They have this secret hiding spot. Wait. They're over here. They're not in their hiding spot. Okay. Huh? How come you're here? You were busy. What do you want? What was that portal? You don't want to right now. Can't you explain just a little? Stop bugging us about it. Okay, fine. That's interesting. Have you two seen Amar again? Let's see. Amar came by to see us and hang out again. They asked what we wanted to play and we said hide and seek. We're really good at that. Yes, they are, unfortunately. And the coral reef's great for hiding too. Amar said they would try not to cheat, just like last time, and then they told us some tips to win without breaking any rules. They had some really good ideas for hiding spots. I wonder how come they know so many. It was pretty fun. We almost beat Amar. They only won one more round than us. After hide and seek, they told us about how they helped things in the forest. It was kind of boring. I think it was like they eat lots of things that eat the kelp, so the forest, I don't remember the whole thing. Sorry, I very much needed a drink. We listened to be nice, though. Sounds like fun. Thanks, new friend. We won't lose again. We've got Amar next time. I was paying close attention to their weaknesses. Also, we're really happy to get to spend time with you and Amar so much. Yeah, so thanks again for talking to Amar a little while ago, and so all this stuff could happen. Well, sometimes Amar's kind of boring lately. Usually not, only when they told us that one forest story. Maybe they know some better stories and we just gotta ask for a different one. Could be. We've still never beaten them in a game either. We need to fix that. Alright. So at least that's done. Oh, we can go here now. I don't think there's anything new. New creatures in Kelp Forest, okay. Oh, I guess there is. So I spoke to Amar about how to give Ketri and Esti some advice. How'd it go? Well, Amar had the idea to tell the twins what it's like taking care of the Kelp Forest. I thought it'd be a good lesson for them. And do you think they listened? Not sure. When I spoke to them afterward, it seemed like they kind of blew Amar off a bit. It's hard to tell. Sometimes kids don't seem to be paying attention, but I think it's good if they hear the right things anyway. I feel like the second one is very true. They did listen to be kind, so I didn't really blow Amar off. So I'm gonna save this option. I see where you're coming from. Hey Vogon, how are you? Maybe Amar was a little too straightforward about it, you know? Sometimes an embellished story that wraps your idea in something more exciting is the best way to go. Not that I'm an expert or anything. Alright, well, see you around. Let's go visit the Kelp Forest because there's new characters there. New fish. Well, let's go here first. See if the bug came back. Or she's still there. Yeah, she's still there. New creatures in coral reef. Okay. Yeah, so the bug is gone somewhere. I don't know where. But we can get to... Well, yeah, there's no exits that way. We can get to one of those places from here, I believe. So we'll just venture out. Oh, that was to the Eel Kingdom. Alright, well, we can get there from here. Why don't we swim? It doesn't take that long. It's literally just ahead. Coral reef. Oh, lots of new fish. Okay, no one behind me, so only forward. There's a turtle. Everyone acts like they're all grown up, but really we're all just children. Whether we feel grown up or not, sometimes we just need a spot of silliness to lift our spirits. Absolutely. I agree. I keep wondering if I should go talk to the turtles. But is it gonna disturb their perfect peacefulness if I try to get close? Gotta think about it some more. They're in here now. Aw, look at that. That's so cute. I want to pet a sea turtle. Hey, new friends. Sometimes we come here when we're feeling lonely. Doesn't always make us feel any better, but I think it's working this time. Oh, it took me back to their den. Okay, I'm just gonna fast travel back. Because there's still more we have to find. But that was cute. Oh, I think I went to the wrong place. Oh, this is the right place. Rolling, rolling, rolling. I think if I keep practicing my roll, someday I'll roll right into your heart. Who are you? I mean, don't mind me. Just working on some self-improvement. Watch out, one day my roll will really impress you. Alright. just talk to? None of those crabs. How can we be like you, Flash? They're Flash fans. Hey buddy, good to see you. How you been? I'm a bit busy, just passing on some wisdom. We're full up right now, but maybe we'll have room for you later. How can it be like you? Were those all the newbies? No. Okay. Those did not count. This is my favorite spot. Everyone should have one. And if you have a perfect spot, why ever leave? Alright, so that counted. Seems like a pleasant game. Have to look into it. It's very chill. I don't think I know you. That's weird. I never miss a party out here. Who invited you, huh? Shade is right. Make it the new creator. Shade is not a god. I can't do it. I go to all the parties? No, I don't. Really not a party person. Say I brought tasty snacks. Okay, doesn't matter how you got here then. Good job thinking ahead. Bring him on in. Lame, you're just a party crasher then. Rude. Okay. What does he say with the third option? Oh, of course, yeah, I remember you now. You party goers should stick together. Don't go too far, okay? Alright. Sure. Alright, we have one more in this area. And we still have... Oh, there's the one more. We still have a page to find here, but I have no idea where it is. You gotta believe in yourself. That's a lesson I learned back in the day. Listen, don't forget to question yourself once in a while. Doesn't mean you have to change your mind, just be open to the possibility of it, you know? Bet you've already given it a try by now. Snoop is lucky you don't have hands or keep you feeling. Yes. Alright, well, I think that's it for now in this area. Because, like I said, I still have no idea where that last page is in this area. So I don't think we're actually going to find it. Because I have searched and searched. And I have written these things and I still don't see. I can ride this one. Well, this one went away. Oh! There it was! Well, we found it. Now we just have to find the key. I mean, not key. The yellow magnifying glass. There is a secret place in this world where mortals are sent. They go because they've broken the Creator's rules one too many times, and they don't come back. They do a different kind of work there. The Creator won't tell me any more than this. Alright. Well. Completed! This area is now done. go back. I think we'll go here. Hey, Nick. I think I said hi. If I didn't, I apologize. They're still not back. Let's see if we can't find them in this area, though. Somewhere. Oh, wait. Maybe they're all the way on the top. Yeah, I can swim. There we go. Are they in here? No. I don't think they came back. But it keeps telling me to come here, so maybe they're somewhere else. How is everything? Everything is good. Oh, I can talk to you. Oh, hello. Can I help you? Shark! Yep, that's what I am. So, anyone ever sees? Areas tend to clear out whenever I'm around. Everyone gets nervous, but all I'm doing is exploring. I'm just curious. Poor shark. What do we need to find here? We need to find 2 more fish. No pages. Okay. So let's see if we can say hi to this one. Nope, that one does not talk. Get close enough. Oh, that was Citron again. Gonna get back to exploring now. Alright, well. Hopefully we will find the other 2 fish. I tried going deep down, and I didn't see anything deep down, so I assume that they'd be hanging around here, but there's only 3 around here, and only 1 talks. I guess we can try going down again. It just gets harder to see. So I really don't see anything. That seems to be as far as I can go. I can't go any lower. Yeah, that's the barrier. Okay, well, they've got to be around here somewhere. Just don't see where. There's nobody hanging out on top of these. And there's no one above. Oh. Wait, who are you? Oh, right. We saw this one before. We can't talk to that one. Is there another one on this level, though? What is this? We found! Okay. I do a lot of my best thinking out here, far away from everyone else. It's fun. Go ahead. Let your mind wander. Alright, so one more. I see one ahead of me. Hopefully we can talk to it. That an orca? Can we talk to you? We can talk to him. These waters know you. Oh, I think we already talked to this one. Okay, fine. Talk to the ray. Nope. Nope. Okay, well, we'll keep circling around. There's gotta be someone. That's Maul. We just met him. Okay. This is where we were. If I just follow along this line, sooner or later, we should find the one we're looking for. Right there. That's a new one. Ah, those glowing, flowing patterns. Mesmerizing, eh? If you say so. I certainly say so. They've been there forever, as far as I know. I could watch them for hours. Right. All four. That's done. So then the question is, where is the scientist? Let's go inside. See if she's in any of these side rooms. She's not over here. She's not in here. I think that's directly outside. Okay. So then she's not in here. I don't know how to find her. Yeah, I have no idea. She must not have come back. So, we're gonna visit where we know she is. Actually, we can't. Actually, that is the bug. What am I talking about? I get mixed up sometimes. Because they're just symbols. So she's not done. So I guess what we have to do is we have to find the bug. Which is unpleasant because the bug seems to be hiding. Unless the bug is inside. The bug is inside. Okay. I feel very silly. What's wrong? This one missed familiar one. I'm here now. Did something happen? Strange new one is in cave. New one brought device. Device using one came here to take things. Device using one is taking things now. But device using one is a friend of mine. She's not here to hurt anyone. Or I can say the truth. She only wants to take a few things to learn about them. Familiar one believes words of device using one? I do. She's a friend. This one lacks familiar one's certainty. After taking things, device using one approached this one. Device using one used strange machine. This one could not move. This one was not asked first. This one had very great fear. Many lights appeared, moved back and forth. This one could not struggle, could not leave. Then over. This one could move again, so went inside pod. I'm so sorry that happened. Did you say anything? No, nothing to say. Too much fear. She made a mistake. She didn't mean any harm and you don't have to worry. I'll talk to the device using one about this and make sure it doesn't happen again. I think you should tell her how you feel. Okay, not the top one. I want Lucha to be confident and be able to speak for themselves, so I'm gonna do this last one. This one considers. Will this one have safety? Does certainty exist that device using one listens? No, I don't think she'll harm Lucha like the kids did. I'll go over first and you can follow me. I'll make sure you stay safe. Acceptance, this one takes risk. Familiar one ensures safety. Alright. Let me go here. My word, this creature can speak with others telepathically. It seems I've made an unfortunate mistake. Scanning life forms, including animals, is standard procedure for me in new places. If they appear capable of speech, I always ask for their permission. I had no indication the larva could communicate, so I upset it greatly by scanning it without an explanation. I'm sorry this happened, my friend. I'm glad you understand what went wrong. The larva told me you convinced it to speak with me. Thank you for that. Perhaps I could develop a quick scanning device that wouldn't require the subject to remain still so long. Till then, I will exercise more care. But for now, I must get back to the lab. Okay, there. So we finally did it. I feel very silly. I should have checked there first. I should have known better. But anyway, she's there now. We should be able to unlock the last place. Good to see you again. Anything you'd like to talk about? How did the lab work go? Very nicely. Better than I'd hoped even. The first task was to compare the samples I found recently to others I've collected. I needed my assistant to view them all under a microscope and note any differences. Amar was rather nervous at first, surprisingly. They asked to see some of my own sample notes so they'd know how it was done. I just gotta say, that is a cute picture. Look at the picture. So cute. Okay. After that, they did quite well. I reviewed their comparisons and they seemed consistent with my own findings. The second task was a bit trickier, but I felt Amar was up to it with a bit of supervision. I needed the samples exposed to various external influences such as heat, cold, and electricity, with careful notes taken on the results, of course. Amar was on high alert, still a bit nervous, but I could tell they wouldn't be missing anything. I haven't reviewed their notes from those tests yet, but I'm looking forward to it. Amar was a big help. Thanks for making this happen, my friend. No problem. Glad to hear things went smoothly. Indeed. You examined your samples from the moss cavern. Yes, I've looked at them closely, and I must say, the results have changed many of my basic assumptions about the ocean. But first, let me thank you for helping me understand Lutra better. I'll be thinking differently about how to approach unfamiliar life forms in the future. Now then, would you like to hear about my findings? Excellent, let's start with the basics. All those odd fern-like plants growing near Lutra's pod are very unusual. I can't stress that enough. The fern cells have more in common with the pod than anything else in the ocean. I suspect the pod somehow created the ferns, possibly via waterborne spores. There were ferns inside the pod too, but Nutra had to leave because they stopped growing. Yes, exactly. I did see the remains of many well-eaten ferns in the pod. Alethea finally understands more about the ocean, like it is wet. So, if the pod, the ferns, and even Lutra have so little in common with other life in the ocean, my hypothesis is that they all came from somewhere else. Another planet, perhaps. Another world. Don't know how that's possible, but I can't think of a better explanation. Kinda figured that. Sounds like your instincts were correct then. But that's just the beginning. Wait until you hear what I discovered about Lutra itself. Yes. Very good. I think you'll find this quite fascinating. As you know, Lutra is capable of telepathic communication. So far, this seems to be a one-way thing. It can speak to us, but it can't read our minds. However, the data I gathered suggests the parts of Lutra's brain that granted this power are underdeveloped. They're likely to grow substantially at some point, and who knows what it'll be capable of then. Is that exciting or scary? Lutra is so cute. Maybe a little scary. We don't really know what's going on in his mind. Suppose it is, but these are still thrilling discoveries, aren't they? Finally, here's the last tidbit, and it's a doozy. Within its body, Lutra has what we call Imaginal Cells. These cells will one day transform into new body parts as Lutra takes on a different form. In other words, Lutra is meant to undergo metamorphosis, which isn't too surprising. But it gets weirder. These imaginal cells of Lutra seem to be in a constant state of shifting and changing. I have no idea what to make of this. Maybe there are many different things it could turn into depending on its environment. Your guess is as good as mine. Better, probably. My guesses are very well informed, it's true. Thank you for listening. It's a joy sharing these findings with someone else. Alright, well, we don't need to ask about those. We'll talk later then. Alright, let's see. Our next location. We go back to the otter. And there's new creatures in the moss cavern. So we can do that after. very odd or scared. What happened? What? Okay. Let's find out. Hey friend, did you see what Lutra's up to here in the forest? Oh no. Did Lutra eat the forest? What's going on? Well, it sure is something. Lutra showed up a little while ago, wailing about how hungry it was. It hasn't stopped eating since it got here. I watched it chew up a huge patch of kelp all by itself, and it's already getting bigger. If it keeps this up, I don't know if the forest can take it. What are we gonna do if it never stops? I thought Lutra learned about conservation. Oh boy. Have you tried talking to Lutra? About that. I'm too scared. Does the music for this game have a little distortion to it? Can't tell if it's my computer or... I don't think it sounds distorted. I don't want to be near it when it's devouring everything in sight. It's silly, I know. Maybe you could go instead. I'll see if Lutra wants to talk. Lutra is conserving its appearance until it has the most dramatic impact. Sure are dependable. I really appreciate all the help. Be careful and let me know what happens. Alright, let's go out and find Lutra. Even here? I guess not. Alright, go back. There's also new creatures. Okay, where's the entry? He's not here anymore. While we're here, we can look for the new fish. Whoever's down here. There's a shrimp. Someone there? Sorry, can't see it too well. Food's been so scarce lately, I need someone to help me catch some grub. I'd be willing to share the burrow in exchange if they wanted. Maybe you can find a good candidate for me, huh? Okay, how many are we looking for? 3 more. Alright. Almost missed you. I know what you must be thinking. How comical. Well, it's not true. I'm not the murderer. Okay. That was interesting. Still a rock. Be on your way. Alright, so 2 more. I have to get out of here. To get out. Okay, this way. Ah, mushroom. Or whatever they're called underground. There's dark places out there, but don't be afraid. Just keep moving forward. Sure, there might be monsters, but beautiful things can grow in the dark too. Yes, beautiful things like spark. Okay, I don't think anyone's out there. And that's just the way back, so... where is the last one? Oh, there we go. No matter where I go, I always feel so exposed. I wish I had a little space I could fit into in case I got scared, but it's hard to find the right one. There's a shrimp out there with a burrow you might like. Oh, really? Did you talk to them? I'd be okay if I asked to stay with them. We're looking for someone to help find food in exchange for burrow space. That sounds promising. I'll go find them. Alright. That's nice. Yeah, that was all. Let's go here then. So we have to find Lucha. That's our only task right now. Somewhere near leaves. It could be any one of these leaves. He's huge! Look at Lucha! He grew up! Oh boy. Lucha, can you hear me? This one has greatest hunger. Eating must continue. You need to stop. You can't eat the whole forest, okay? Familiar one does not understand. Change arrives very soon. Greatest hunger cannot be ignored. But you'll have nothing left if you eat all the kelp in the forest. This one does not plan to eat all plants. Eating will continue until only greatest hunger is gone. But other creatures need the plants too. If you eat most of the kelp, there won't be enough left for them. This one cannot consider others now. Only greatest hunger matters. I'm thinking Lucha is a bad candidate for a creator. Others are important. They can help you, like when the furry one taught you about different futures. Remember that? This one does remember. Familiar one is right. This one must not eat too many plants. But great its hunger still remains. What will this one eat? Will this one starve? I'm going to figure something out. You wait right here. I won't be long. Okay, so we gotta figure out how to help Lucha. And keeping the ocean healthy for everyone else. Here, let's just go straight to the otter. They could eat the universe if they were creator. That might satisfy them. That would make them a bad creator. Hey again, friend. Any luck? I was able to talk with it. It was tough, but I convinced Lucha to stop eating all the kelp. Really? Oh, wow. What a relief. I knew you could do it. You're not out of the woods yet. Lucha is still starving. I'm not sure what to do about that. That's a tough one. If not even the whole forest has enough food for Lucha, where is it gonna come from? Maybe Alethea could help us out. She studied Lucha in the past. That's a thought. I'll leave that up to you. I think you've got a better working relationship with her than me. Good luck. Could you talk to Lucha while I'm gone? Maybe try and distract it? I don't really want to. If there's a chance I can help you protect the forest, I'll give it a shot. Even though it's scary. Get through this together. Alright, so let's see the scientist. Gotta find that solution. Good to see you again. Anything you'd like to talk about? The Kelp Forest is in trouble. Lucha left the moss cavern for the forest to find more food, and it was eating huge amounts of kelp. I was able to get it to stop, but it's still very hungry. Goodness, that does sound like a potential crisis. Has Lucha also grown bigger by any chance? Yeah, a lot. Just as I thought, I bet it's getting ready to start its metamorphosis. My studies suggested this would happen sooner or later. It's eating all this food to fuel the amazing transformation that will soon take place. Fascinating, but is there any way we can stop it from devouring the whole forest? Right. Certainly we don't want that to happen. It seems to me that Lucha was meant to feed on something else once it was done with the ferns. Perhaps if we could give it something more nutritious, it wouldn't have to eat so much. Have you found anything in the ocean that might feed Lucha better? Well, come to think of it, I did once find a strange plant in the mid-seas with large edible fruits. These fruits were unusually nutrient-dense. The problem is, I'm not sure such a plant would contain the right nutrients. However, I might be able to create a crossbreed that combines the best qualities of the ferns and the nutritious fruits. Ideally, a small number of these hybridized plants would sustain Lucha for the rest of its feeding frenzy. Let's do that. Unfortunately, I can't have these new plants ready immediately. I have machines that can speed up the growth process, but it's still going to take some time. There's always other fish to eat. Or other vegetable. Well, I guess fruit, but yeah. Well, we're waiting on that. Is there any danger Lucha will go back to eating all the kelp? I think it'll be okay. It seems to understand the importance of not eating everything in the forest now. I'll get to work then. The plants will be delivered to the Kelp Forest as soon as they're ready. Thank you so much. I don't know what we'd have done without you. Not a problem. I care about Lucha. I want it to do well. I don't know how it ended up in the ocean, but I don't think it chose to be here. So I'm happy to help make our world more habitable for it. Alright. So done with that. We can go back. Let the otter know. A lot sure has happened since you were here last. Tell me everything I missed. Well, I don't know if you've had a look around the forest yet, but it's in pretty good shape. We lost the kelp that Lutra ate when it first got here, but other than that, there's almost nothing else missing. Once you left to talk to Alethea, I did my best to keep Lutra from going on another rampage. And it actually listened. Probably because you already got it to stop before. But hey, maybe I helped a bit. After a little while, Alethea showed up. It was pretty wild, friend. She brought a ton of plants with her. Stuff I've never seen anywhere else before. Lutra went totally crazy for the new plants. You should have seen it. Just when I thought it might never stop eating, it was finally full. And it headed back to the moss cavern like nothing ever happened. Since then, I've been busy making the rounds in the forest. Some folks are a little rattled, of course, but everyone seems to be okay. It's kind of a miracle nothing worse happened. Things worked out because we all worked together, yeah? I don't know how I can even thank you, but thanks so much anyway. Of course, Amar. I'm really glad things went well, so kind of amazed myself. How did things go at Alethea's lab? Not bad, friend, not bad. Alethea did a good job making sure I didn't mess anything up. She's got a weird thing called a microscopic, I think. It lets you see tiny things up close. I used that one a lot at first. Later it was stuff that was a little scarier. Boiling things, cold things. Some of them were shooting out lightning bolts. Anyway, I still don't really understand what Alethea does out there, friend. But it was exciting, and I was happy to help out. Glad you had a good time. Yep, although there was something else on my mind I felt like you should hear. You know how Alethea wanted my help because she did me some favors before? Well, one reason I was a little reluctant was because of something I saw once. What did you see? Well, I was outside the lab, and I saw Alethea with a fish. Might have been someone from the area, I'm not sure. Alethea had some kind of device, couldn't see it too well, not that I would have known what it was anyway. She pointed it at the fish, and the fish just vanished. Haven't seen that fish anywhere since, ever again. Okay. It worries me, friend. I can't help wondering whether the fish was really on board with it. Whatever it was. That sounds pretty strange. Thanks for telling me. Sure thing. I feel pretty good about how things turned out. I mean, it was pretty scary when Lutra lost control for a bit. But we lucked out, and the forest is still in pretty good shape. I'd go check up on Lutra, but I'm still kinda scared. Maybe you could let me know how it's doing if you find yourself out that way. Okay, let's see. I think I want to visit Lutra. We'll do that first. And then we should find out what the scientist did. What a transformation. Lutra, is that you in there? Familiar one arrives? Yeah, it's me. I came to check on you. There was dreaming before Familiar One returned. This one thought dreaming might never end. Great change has begun. I can see that. You look pretty impressive. This one, uncertain what Familiar One means. All is dark now. Cannot see Familiar One. Cannot see anything. This one has much fear. This one does not understand great change. What will happen to this one? I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see, right? I'll offer reassurance. It's okay. I'm here. You're gonna be just fine. This is not known. But this one still has gladness. Because Familiar One is here. Also, this one knows new things now. New things came in dreams. First thing this one saw, that during greatest hunger, Familiar One spoke with device-using one to decide how to help this one. This one has much happiness about that. I hope because I was worried about you. I'm glad it turned out okay. Thankfulness, but there are other new things. Second thing this one saw, two that are one have crystal. Crystal shows them things far away. Things familiar to them. Okay, so I'm guessing that portal they had was a portal to their home. Though they ran away from home. I don't want to talk about why. So, interesting. Why would they be checking in unless they left something behind they do care about? Does Familiar One know this? I didn't. Maybe you shouldn't tell me anything more about it. No, I'm gonna ask, did you see anything else? This one saw that two that are one believe crystal helps them. But crystal brings them much pain also. This one thinks greatest pain of two that are one comes from crystal now. I'll keep that in mind. This one will only share one more thing that was seen. And that is, device using one wants to find something. Thing device using one wants is in deepest, darkest place. Does Familiar One know? She hasn't told me anything about that. This one tried to see what was in the dark place. Something stopped this one. Is that the barrier that we came up against? Only darkness was seen. If Familiar One goes to that place, this one thinks greatest caution should be used. I see. I'll be very careful. There are other things that this one saw in dreams, but this one can feel all things slipping away. Lutra, hang in there, okay? It's gonna be alright. Lutra. This one would not have had name without Familiar One. This one had much fear about great change, but Familiar One helped much. Now this one only fears that Familiar One will not be remembered by this one after great change. Will this one's memories disappear? Lutra, don't worry. Even if they do, I'll tell you everything that happened, and you'll have them back again. This one has greatest thankfulness. Words of Familiar One changed everything for this one. This one will never forget you. Alright. So we'll have to come back to him later to see what Lutra turns into. Okay. We can go back here, I assume. New pages in Kelp Forest. Okay, we should probably try and find that. New pages in Moss Cavern. Okay. So Lutra tried to eat the Kelp Forest. Interesting development, eh? How'd things turn out? Way better than any of us expected. The Kelp Forest is almost totally unscathed by the end. That's pretty impressive, isn't it? Did you think about what might have happened if you hadn't told Lutra to stop eating? How do you know about that? Well, like I said, buddy, I'm here to observe. That's what I do. You're spying on me, in other words. I wouldn't call it spying. It's more like just keeping an eye on things. Haven't got much better to do anyway, thanks to this whole arrangement. True, I forgive you. Anyway. Right. What if you hadn't told Lutra to stop eating? Could things have turned out better somehow? How? How could they have gone any better? The forest was saved, Lutra got better food to eat, it all worked out. Sure, but the takeaway for Lutra would have been different. Maybe it would survive and thrive better if it knew how to hunt for itself. Okay, I guess there's a point there, but the forest would be dead, so like, wouldn't then Lutra have regret? Rather than having better food provided for it, you mean? Yeah, in a way, you and Alethea kind of interfered with the natural order of things, you know? Okay, we can say the eel is right. But we can also say Lutra isn't just an animal, it's more like an alien. It thinks about things deeply, and I think we taught it a good lesson. Well, I mean, we're trying to teach it conservation. So we're trying. I'm gonna say this. Certainly possible. Don't take my words for gospel, buddy. All I mean to say is there's always at least a few ways of looking at a situation. That's true. You already know that, I'm sure, but keep it in mind anyway. Alright. Let's go. There's new pages. We'll go to the Kelp Forest then. Two new pages, alright. See if it's out here. Okay, I guess not. So we have to find it somewhere here. See it out there. We can go faster. Pages are hard to find. I don't see it out there. I'm not seeing any portals. Above. I'm not seeing anything on top. I think the pages are the hardest to find. Are the pages necessary? I don't know. They're just a collectible. As far as I know at this point. I can come back and try to find them later. Let's just see her then. Hey Dark Wolfies, it's been a while. How are you? Good to see you again. Did you find any connections between the samples and the signals from the deep ocean? As a matter of fact, yes. All my tests suggest the signals and the organic debris came from the same place on the ocean floor. I believe some kind of electromagnetic pulse occurred down there, sending the signals and debris far and wide. My readings also indicate that whatever the source is, it's capable of generating huge amounts of energy. Such a power supply would be indispensable if I could harness it. It might be just the breakthrough I need. So what's your next step? In order to give you an answer, I need to explain a few things. You may have wondered why I'm so driven in my research. There are wondrous things here in the ocean, yes, but there's more to it than that. Have you ever noticed that our world almost never changes? Think about the Kelp Forest or the coral reef. These places are exactly as they've always been. No one can remember a time when things were different. No one ever leaves. I fear we are all trapped here in a sort of endless dream or illusion. There's a purpose to this place, and none of my research has given me any clues so far. I want to learn the truth about the ocean, my friend. I have plans now for an overhaul of this lab that will vastly increase my data gathering capabilities. But the new energy demands will far outstrip what the solar sail can currently provide. So that's why you need this energy source. Correct. You might recall that your teleporter is one of my old prototypes. I could modify it to enable transport to the energy source. I know its exact coordinates. If you might be willing to help me, perhaps you could investigate the source and report back. It's a big ask, but with your help, I could get so much done. We've been warned that this would be dangerous. But I guess she doesn't have to know that. So sounds good. Modify your teleporter right away. There, all set. I've outfitted the teleporter with some basic data sensors as well, so we can examine those readings when you get back. Okay, so let's go to the new area. Our final location. It's all dark. Okay, well, let's swim. There's nothing down here but us. And whatever this energy source is. But it's hard to see. Not really sure which way I should be going either. So I guess we just swim until we hit it. Okay, well, that's the edge. I can't go further than that. We'll go this way. What? Texture changed. So I guess this is the right way. I would assume. Okay, we'll just keep going this way then. You can also scan. That might help. I haven't really been using the scanner. Oh. These are... They only light up. Oh, do I need to follow these things? They all seem to be flowing this way. I think we have to follow those. Found it! At last, you have found me again. As always, you do not remember who I am. Allow me to remind you. I am Gnosis. I don't know how to say that. I think it's Gnosis. I think it's a silent tree. And I am glad you returned. There's much to discuss. How do you know me? That should be the first thing you ask, right? We have met before, countless times. I do not remember most of these encounters. You do not recall any? This is how it happens, each and every time. Why don't I remember you? I'm afraid I cannot answer that. This seems like someone who's in the gnosis. My meditations here have allowed me to recover memories I once thought were lost. But most of them remain broken and fragmented for reasons I do not comprehend. I need more time and perhaps more resources to repair the rest. I came here looking for an energy source. Yes, I know. I myself am the energy source Alethea seeks. The radiation and charged debris she analyzed were scattered by my awakening. You see, that's awkward. Okay, I'm gonna ask, how do you feel about Alethea studying you? For me, it is a curiosity, nothing more. It is highly unlikely she will find a way to harness my power, so her research does not worry me. Well then, now that we are reacquainted, I expect you to wish to return to Alethea. You will have much to report. But in the future, there may be a way you can assist me in recovering my memories. I'm still considering this. I will notify you when I've reached my conclusions. Alright, I'll keep an eye out. Good. We shall speak again soon. Can I speak to you now? Oh, I guess not. Alright. Oh. I don't think it liked being under there. Whoa. Whoa, what happened? Everything is weird. Okay. We're back here. This is very strange. Whoa. Oh, never mind. Not used to seeing anyone new here. But we do lose folks sometimes. Sometimes, if you see anyone who looks lost, tell them to come back here. It's not good to be near the edges of this place too long. I'll keep an eye out. Huh, okay. That looks like parts of her lab. Warm sunshine. Green growing things. Oh. Oh, hi. I've never seen you before. I'll teach you something I've learned from being here a long time. If you don't stop thinking about your favorite memories, you won't lose them. Or at least not as fast. You talk to a weird guy in the sea once and you end up in hell. This is weird. Okay. How about you? Can I talk to you? Sorry to see you here. Not because I don't like company. I'm actually happy to meet you. But now you're stuck here, just like the rest of us. So I feel very sad for you. But where is here? Okay, we have 3 more to find. Yeah, we already talked to Finn. Alright, you're new. This is backward speech. I wish I had a way of knowing which direction we are going. Named Brad, and he's upside down. Is it backward? Is it forward? Are we moving ever? Sure. I'm trying to figure out what that word is. Showward? Okay. Not sure what that doesn't seem like a real word. Okay, nobody in the water here. Like, whoa. Okay. I just went into it and like flipped me around. Wait, does that mean if I find him again, will he change his speech? Well, I guess I can't find him again. I think we have 2 more to find. I'm moving slower up here, it seems. Huh? Who are you? Does stuff change around here after all? I came from outside this place. I don't know how I got here. There's an outside. Do you think maybe I came from there too? I don't know. I'm having trouble putting my thoughts together. Just feels like everything's falling apart, you know? Yeah, I can feel it too. Let's get to the middle of this place. It's safer there. I got no idea where you're talking about. I'll just stay here for now. How about following me back? Do you think you could manage if I showed you the way? I think that's what we should do. Let's give it a shot. I'll do my best to keep up. Let me know if I'm going too fast. Huh? Wait, it's you, isn't it? The one who helped me escape the falling apart place? Thanks, buddy. It's good to be out of there. Okay, let's check. We have 1 more. Should we go back to this place, maybe? See if there was anyone else there? That's pretty trippy. Alright, let's see if there's anyone else here to help. As we found 1 out here. There might be another. I just move very slowly here. Oh, no, I'm going too far. I'm going too far. That means I'm forgetting. Okay. We don't want to forget. That would be bad. Maybe there isn't another one out here. Okay, yeah. This is dangerous. Okay, we'll go back. I guess he was the only one out here. Flip. Alright, let's try and find our last fish. Also can't go too far though. Yeah, that's the edge. Gotta go back. You found someone. I can't believe it. I never would have been brave enough to do that. I'm glad I could help out. Maybe you can even find the other one too. Be careful, alright? I'm trying. Okay. Look, those are the ones I already found. I really hope I don't have to go back down. But I'm not seeing anyone else out here. There has to be. Okay, that's the edge. Nope, nope. I don't really want to find out what happens if the screen disappears. I'm not seeing anyone, which means we're gonna have to go. Back down. It's a very weird place. Okay, there's really not a lot of space to move. Where would the last fish be? Nope, there's no one there. I just see water. Okay, you know what? Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's scary. I don't like this. I don't want to forget. No! I just said I didn't want that. Okay, good. It's coming back. Over there. I saw something over there. Maybe I just followed that. Literally this tiny thing. Okay. We found him. On the edge. Oh, hello up there. Or down there, as the case may be. I feel like I used to know which directions were which, but not anymore. Not safe out here. I'm not even sure how I got on this rock in the first place. Alright, I'll carry you if I have to. Sorry for being such a burden, but I'd really appreciate that. No worries. Okay, everybody is safe. Thanks so much for bringing me back here. Can't even remember the last time I wasn't alone. Okay, so the question is, what do we do now? We got everyone safe. I guess we should talk to the yellow fish again. Where's the yellow fish? I'm trying to see the yellow fish. Okay, let's see. There? It's a blue fish. That's the one that's upside down. Okay, there's the yellow fish. Wow, everyone's back now. I don't know how you did it, but you did it. Do you think maybe you could get us all out of this place somehow? I'll do my best to find a way. Cool, thanks for trying. I won't give up hope that we'll get out of here someday. You shouldn't either. Okay, so I guess the next thing to try would be if we can go down, we should try going up where the stars are. Maybe? don't think we're moving. Okay, well... Oh, we are moving. That erases everything. Maybe I don't want to do that. I'm scared. I'm scared to get. Okay. That's obviously not the answer. So how do we save these fish? You know, I could try. Looks like I can move. This is where we are right now. Let's try over here then. This place seems normal enough. Oh hey, there's a page. That one was easy to find. I'm not seeing yellow. There we go. Is this world a prison then? Has the creator turned a planet of intelligent beings into their personal tools and subjects? Many of the mortals still support the creator. Some of them do so even though they will never come back from the secret place. It's not my place to judge. There are many things about this world that don't sit well with me. Alright, so we are missing 5 pages still. There's the door. Alright, we need to find the otter. Right up there. Oh hey, I was thinking, it's tough when your friends don't get along. Just want everyone in the forest to hit it off, you know? Sometimes you gotta help someone see things from a new point of view. Like you did for me and the twins. Thanks again for that, friend. I've been having some thoughts about life lately. Wanted to run and by you, if that's alright. What's on your mind? Great, let's see. Guess it all kind of boils down to happiness. Thought I had it all figured out, to be honest. And maybe I do, but now I'm starting to question it. A lot's happened since you first came to visit. And now I feel a little less sure about things than before. How so? Well, I thought I did my best to show the twins how to use their power without hurting anyone. I just want them to be good to nature and everyone they meet. But I don't know if I really made a difference. What do you think? I want to say it's not on you to fix everything for the twins. Because, you know, they have to grow themselves. That's kind of how I always felt, I guess. It makes me feel a little better to hear you say that too. I've also been thinking about what happened with Lucha. All he really did was race them, yeah. Well, no, he also taught them about the forest. I went off to its cave and told it not to eat everything in the world. I even talked to it while it was eating everything, even though I was scared out of my mind. Did any of that matter? Would the forest still be in good shape if I'd just stay here? I think you definitely helped. I'm still proud that you went above and beyond. You really think so, huh? Well, that sure is a relief. Then there's Alethea, though. Glad I finally settled things with her. And I've thought about going out there and helping her again, actually. I keep talking myself out of it. It's like part of me feels like it's pointless and that she can probably just get more done if I'm not there, you know? You don't owe her any more favors. You don't have to go back if you don't want to, or it's up to you. I don't think it would be pointless. Alethea told me you were a huge help, and I believe she meant it. I think that's a better choice. Ah, really? You don't say? Thanks for telling me that. Helps a lot to hear it. Sounds like what you're saying is, even though it's kind of stressful and scary sometimes, I should keep trying to help other folks, yeah? It won't always go the way I'm hoping, but that's okay. Am I on the right track? It's important to take care of yourself, but it's also good to be there for others if you're able. That would be the best option. So yes, I think that makes sense. Maybe I just need to figure out the right balance, huh? Thanks for talking through this with me, friend. I appreciate it a whole lot. I guess I don't open up like this very often. It might not look like it on the outside, but sometimes I get worried that I'm not doing enough. Not for me, or my friends, or anyone. I'm gonna do my best to remember this talk we had. It really did help. Glad to hear it, and don't be afraid to let someone know when you need to talk. You've got lots of friends in the forest who'd be happy to hear you out. Will do, friend. Alright. It seems fixed now, so let's go back. Yay, everything is back to normal. You're back. I'm glad you returned safely. How did it go? Made some unexpected discoveries. Just what I like to hear. Please tell me everything. First things first, the energy source is called Gnosis. You what? I had considered that the energy source might be alive, but it's intelligent? You were able to speak with it? It seems like Gnosis is even aware you've been studying them. My word, this is a bit overwhelming. There's something else I saw that I want to ask you about. Oh, please go on. When I tried to leave the deaths, the teleporter malfunctioned somehow. It took me to a strange, distorted place I'd never seen before. See, what did you find there? There were fish and other creatures. It seemed they'd been stuck there for a long time. Some weren't very coherent. That sounds terrible and frightening. How did you get back? The teleporter started working again after I'd been there for a bit. I'm not sure what fixed it. Very strange. Perhaps the teleporter's sensor data will provide me with more clues. I'll investigate when I have time. Amar told me they saw you experimenting on a fish once and it disappeared. Could that be related somehow? Are you trying to accuse me of something here? Okay, I guess we shouldn't have accused you. You really think I'd send a creature to a place like that intentionally? Perhaps I took your words the wrong way. I'm sorry too. I didn't mean to accuse you, I just want to get to the bottom of this. So do I. Alright, let me explain. What Amar saw was one of my early experiments in teleportation. The purpose was to find a safe way out of the ocean, which didn't work out, of course. I must stress that all my participants were willing, and I made sure they understood the risks. For instance, I theorized that a teleport subject could end up stuck somewhere. An unknown place outside the normal boundaries of the ocean. A breach in the fabric of reality, if you will. It was only a theory, and not a likely one. At any rate, because of these risks, it was hard to find willing subjects. Accidentally set the portal to the Hell City. But there will always be those adventurous enough to brave the unknown, just as you and I do. But didn't you check up on the participants afterward? I mean, How do you know something works if you don't, go look for them? You must have noticed some had gone missing. I did. In almost every case, I confirmed the subject had been teleported somewhere safe. But yes, there were a few whom I never found. I suppose the poor souls you met in the breach were the missing ones. It is horrible they met such a fate, but we are all trapped in this ocean anyway. That research had to be done. And their safety was never guaranteed. They knew the risks. There must be some way to help. I don't know as though there is. I have no idea how to replicate the teleporter malfunction that sent you to the breach. I don't even know what caused it. Could it be your proximity to the energy source, the Gnosis, might have overloaded the teleporter? I think that's exactly what happened. Would you mind visiting the deaths again? If Gnosis was the cause, maybe they'll have some idea how to send you back. It's risky, yes, but you made the round trip once. I think your chances of doing a second time are good. I will remain here at the lab so I can attempt to find you with my instruments if anything goes wrong. I'll give it a shot. Let me know what happens as soon as you get back. Alright. We're nearing the end. I feel like we're getting close to the end. Oh, he's right in front of me. Welcome back. What would you like to discuss? My teleporter took me to a strange place last time I was here. Ah, yes, you speak of the breach, a shadowy space between our world and the void beyond. You have seen it for yourself, and now you know the consequences of Alethea's research. What are your thoughts? Why do you wish to return? I want to find a way to free the creatures trapped there. Selfless notion. Tell me, are you doing this mainly for Alethea's sake? Or are you doing it for the missing creatures who will otherwise be confined to the breach forever? I'm doing it for all of them. Nobody meant for this to happen, and I don't want anyone to suffer for it. No one wanted this to happen, that is true. And of course, Alethea informed her subjects of the risks. But still, she knew she could not promise them their safety and went through with the experiments regardless. In the end, it is not a simple matter. But let us return to the topic. Whatever your reasons may be, you wish to free the creatures trapped in the breach. I cannot force your teleporter to send you there again. Know nothing more about why that happened than you or Alethea. That said, I am capable of creating portals that link to places as long as I can see the starting point and the destination. And both Mid-Seas and the breach lie within the range of my sight. I could create a portal that allows the trapped creatures to escape the breach. But it will require a great deal of energy. Perhaps in your travels you have found your way to the Library of Antiquity. A large book rests there, whose pages have been lost and scattered. These pages contain records of the old world, and they are sources of great power. But because my body is confined here to the desk, I cannot retrieve them myself. Bring 4 of the pages to me, and I will have the energy I need. Talk it over with Alethea. See if she agrees to these terms. If you're both in agreement, we will proceed. I'll let you know what we've decided. Good. I await your decision. Okay. So, let's go back to her. good to see you again. Anything you'd like to talk about? That's a relief. Thanks again for giving it a go. Were you able to access the breach? No, unfortunately, the Gnosis said they don't know what caused the teleporter malfunction either. Alright, that's discouraging. Anything else? Offered to help us free the creatures trapped in the breach. What? Excuse me, that's just very unexpected. Do you know how they plan to help? Gnosis can create portals that link two places. They're offering to open the one in the breach. Remarkable. Is there any sort of catch? Are they asking for anything in return? Gnosis can draw power from the pages of a book. They need 4 of these pages. Library of Antiquity. Never heard of such a place. There are gateways leading to the library scattered across the ocean. You've never seen them? I haven't. This is surprising. I thought I'd documented almost everything, but apparently not. Know how to get there. I've got this part covered. Normally this is something I would think long and hard about, but I spent so much time and effort trying to determine whether the breach exists. It was all fruitless. I can't imagine how I'd ever get there deliberately. I think our best bet is to work with Gnosis to free the missing ones. I agree, this is the only lead we have, and we can't just leave those creatures stuck forever. I mean, we don't know if Gnosis can be trusted, but also can't leave them. Happy to hear it, and all that's left is to tell Gnosis we're ready to collaborate. Right, I'll be back. I'm gonna take a very short break just to hydrate before we continue. Like, we're so close to the end. I'm tempted to stop here, but it seems we're very, very close. So, I don't know. I could just take a break. Yeah, we'll take a break, and we'll come back, and we'll try to finish this. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back, and looks like we have like 40 minutes, so hopefully that's all we need. I feel like that's probably all we need. Okay, we agreed to trade the pages for your help. Indeed, I am glad to assist you. I must ask Alethea some questions about the breach before I can begin. Give me the pages now, and I will contact her shortly. You have my gratitude, and soon the creatures lost in the breach will be free. In the meantime, feel free to return and speak with me whenever you like. I will always be here. Thanks for your help. Alright, we got these guys as well. So let's go here first. Seems like Alethea is starting to figure out how this all works. Got any thoughts? That happens every time. Don't worry, she won't actually get to the bottom of it. She never does. Are you sure there's no chance she could find a way out? I've never seen it happen. Which makes it very likely that it's impossible. I don't know for sure, buddy, but I feel like certain outcomes in this place are just off limits. They should be possible, but someone made it so they wouldn't be. That's an eerie thought. It's just a hunch. I'll probably never know if it's true or not. Gnosis seems surprisingly aware of what's going on. Gnosis knows a lot, it's kind of their thing. But it's hard to get a read on them, right? They're mysterious, they don't let on much about what they know, or how they know it. I listen close to whatever Gnosis has to say. They choose the information they share real carefully. There's probably a reason for that. Alright. Let's go... Oh, Moss Cavern has new pages. Maybe we should see how easy they are to find. Check on... Oh, I guess we can't talk to Lutra anymore. Alright. Seeing if I can see them quickly. And I don't have to do much searching, like right there. That worked out. There it is. The secret place is underground. It's the size of a metropolis, with facilities to provide the needs of every mortal living there. They spend their workdays tethered to a machine that exhausts them. Some believe their work here is important, some are apathetic. No one seems to understand the purpose of this place. Most don't remember the outside world very well, if at all. That's depressing. And those are the traded pages. Page over here. I wonder if there's a page inside the pod. Oh wait. That is the pod. The pod is his cocoon. Alright. Well. Nope, nothing up there. Okay, I don't know where the other page is. That's the rock. Okay, fine. Want to hear about something? I saw a big old scary slug come wandering through here. Never saw anything like it, and it went right past me, looking and sniffing all over. Definitely thought it was gonna try to eat me, but my disguise worked. It left. Pretty great, huh? Never heard any of this from me, got it? Rocks don't tell stories. Now get lost. I don't want to be noticed. That rock certainly does. Oh, I know where it is. It's gotta be here. No? It's not here? I thought for sure. Okay, well, it was a good guess. Okay, well, we'll just move on. I don't know where it is. See if we can find over here. Well, at least we'll have gotten almost 100% completion. That counts for something. Okay, what are we looking for here? Fish. Those are a little easier to find. Hey, there's their portal again. It's all messed up now. We weren't expecting you. I can leave you two alone if you want. Actually kind of don't know what to do. Is something wrong? You know this glowing portal thing behind us? Well, I mean, it's not really a portal. We saw it before. We just didn't want to talk about it back then. Sorry about that. So what is it? The glowing thing here comes from the crystal we have. We use our powers to activate it. Light comes out of the crystal and it shows us pictures of where we used to live. It's the only thing we have left of our old home. And now it doesn't work anymore. Any idea how it broke? We were just using it a little while ago and it made this huge crackling noise. Then it went all fuzzy like it is now. It just happened for no reason. So we were wondering, could you maybe help us fix it? Wouldn't know how to repair it, but I can see if someone else wants to help. Thank you, new friend. We'd find someone to fix it ourselves, but we don't really trust anyone as much as you. So yeah, thanks. Here's the crystal. I hope someone out there can figure out what happened. Just be really careful with it, okay? Don't worry, I'll take care of it and I'll let you know. Well, I think we know he can fix that. Oh. I thought that was something. It was not. Nobody out here to talk to? Alright, I'll go around. Well, I thought it'd be easy. Apparently not. Okay, there's someone. I'm so buff, look at that shadow. I'm the biggest crab there ever was. It's a little bit scary how big I am. Aren't you scared? It was not new. Okay. I guess we're not gonna... I think I've talked to you already. I think I'm good just watching turtles, yeah. Okay, well... Yeah, nobody knew. I can't find them, that's fine. We won't go for 100%. We'll just end it. How did things go with Gnosis? Perfectly. Not long after you left, I was contacted by Gnosis. What a fascinating being. I could hear their thoughts, even saw visions within my mind's eye. That's not what Gnosis looks like, how absolutely massive they are. Even after all you've told me, I was not prepared for that. I answered a few questions Gnosis had about the breach. Then they said they'd get to work right away. Moments later, my instruments here were getting all sorts of strange energy readings. Sure enough, a massive portal had opened just outside the lab. Looking through the portal, I saw what could only be the alien landscape of the breach. Before I knew it, the missing ones began emerging. I went out to greet them and urged the rest to come through safely. Once they were all accounted for, the portal closed, and that was it. My friend, this story has a happy ending thanks to you. And Gnosis, of course. Can't even begin to express how grateful I am. This has lifted a burden from me I thought I'd always bear alone. No problem. More than you know, shall we talk about something else? Ketri and SD gave me a broken device of theirs to see if anyone could fix it. Is that so? What sort of device is it? It's a crystal that projects images of where they used to live. They seem pretty attached to it. Interesting. There's just one problem. Those two still haven't paid me back for the favor I did them ages ago. I'm not sure they ever plan to settle their debt with me at this point. But you see why I'm reluctant to help them now. I understand, but please consider... why? The twins are just kids and they're still learning. The crystal is the only thing they have left of their old home. Yeah. We'll say this. Appeal to emotions. Fair enough. I see why the device is so important to them, and that does matter. But I'm not sure there's reason enough to go out of my way for this. Think of it as a favor for me. I'll repay the debt even if they don't. Let's just say the twins are just kids. No, she didn't like that. I don't want to reward their bad behavior. Okay. I could appeal to science. Do it for science. She might like that. That's certainly quite possible. It's a rare chance for me to study some unfamiliar technology after all. Alright, you've convinced me. I'll lend a hand and see what comes of it. That's strange. I must say, I have no idea how this thing works. It'll take me some time to figure out what makes it tick. Never mind how it broke or how to fix it. Please let the twins know work is underway. You're lucky you know me, that's for sure. Now give me some space, I've got work to do. Alright, we'll go back here, and then we'll go back to Gnosis. My friend Alethea is having a look at it. Oh cool, that's good. Did she say how long it's gonna take? She isn't sure. She had never seen anything like it before. Could you tell her to hurry? We really miss having the crystal. Why do you need it fixed so badly? We've just had it so long and it's really weird now that it's gone. It's like we can't really remember our home anymore. But thanks for asking. We're glad you care. Alright. Should be fixed now. I think I'm still gonna choose the otter for the creator. The twins are getting a little anxious. How goes your work? Turns out it stopped working due to misalignment of its lenses. It might have been hit with something, or maybe natural wear and tear. Progress came swiftly once I figured that out. Great, it's almost ready then? The repairs are nearly complete. I've made some discoveries that might surprise you. The crystal is not simply a projector. It's a one-way communication device. This thing is getting signals from somewhere very, very far away. And it's translating those signals into pictures and sounds. It can't send a response, though. I'm not certain it ever could. Wow, you weren't kidding. I had no idea. I had a feeling they were hiding something. Okay. I feel like this is a better answer. Indeed, it's quite a finding, isn't it? Seems to me the twins must be using the crystal to observe their old home in real time. Ketri and Esti are ill-behaved, but they've been haunted by something ever since I met them. I don't know all the details, only that they were exiled for some reason. Now that I've seen this thing, I think I understand their predicament better. Having access to a live feed of what you left behind, even though you can never return. That could be enough to drive someone mad. So I was thinking we could undo the repairs. Could tell them it couldn't be fixed. I don't know about that. I want to help the twins, but I don't want to do it by lying to them. No, it's not how I normally do things either. But I fear there is no other way to protect them. This might be our only opportunity to help them move on. I still think we should fix it. Maybe I can talk to the twins and find out more about how it's affecting them. Talking to the twins about anything tends to be tricky, but you're the one most likely to get through to them. Let me just put the finishing touches then. The crystal should now function as it once did. Alright, let's find out what happened to them. New friend, you're back. We just wanted to say sorry we were impatient about fixing the crystal before. You know it takes a lot of work to try and figure out something like that. We can never do it ourselves. So, do you know if it's gonna be fixed? It's okay if you don't. Actually, it's already done. Aw, really? Seriously? Here you go. New friend, we were worried it might never work again. Don't know what we would have done. Thank you so much. I'm a little worried about how much this situation scared you. I'm here if you want to talk, you know. Thanks, new friend. And, actually, we had something we maybe wanted to tell you. Ketri, is it okay? Yeah, it's fine. New friend, the crystal doesn't just show us old pictures. It's all stuff that's happening in our old home right now. We use it a lot because it's the only way we can see anyone or anything from back there. We really need it. That's how come we wanted it back so bad. Sorry we didn't tell you before. I'm just glad you let me know the truth. Okay, cool. For now, I think we need some time alone. We need to make sure the crystal's working like it used to and stuff. Yeah, I'll give you two some space. We can talk more later. Alright. Wait, we were just there. My bad. Mustard can talk now. Would you two mind telling me more about the crystal? I'm sure, what about it? Wanted to know if the crystal truly makes you happy. It really does. It's way better than never seeing anything from our home again, you know? If we didn't have the crystal, I think we'd be a lot sadder. It'd be even better if our parents would just... never mind. Does the crystal have something to do with why you left? Well, there's kind of a lot to explain about that. If we tell you how we got here, you have to promise not to tell anyone. Of course. Alright, thanks, new friend. So, the ocean, it's not our real home. We used to live in the palace, far, far away from here. You already knew that, though. What you didn't know is that we lived in the palace because our parents were the king and queen. They made big decisions that changed how everyone lived. Also, our mom and dad had powers. Just like us, runs in the family, you know? They used their power to do really cool things. They gave everyone jobs and places to live. But if anyone broke our parents' rules, they'd get punished. If they did something bad enough, our parents would open a portal and banish them to an awful place, forever. How did you feel about that? We used to think certain people deserved to get banished like that. I don't know if that's true anymore. Anyway, our mom and dad worked really hard to teach us how to use our powers. They saw some of the things we can do, like the barrier, but they taught us lots of other powers too, like how to move stuff with our minds and how to banish people. Did they expect you to use those powers on anyone else? Yeah, they did. My mom and dad used to say we had to use our powers to keep the peace. It gave us our duty to make sure everyone followed the rules and to keep big wars from happening. Mom and Dad said the people outside the palace were dangerous. And, well, that was true sometimes. Our parents banished people for killing each other or hurting workers at the palace. Mom and Dad said if anyone needed to be punished, we had to do it, no matter what. We'd be putting everyone in danger if we didn't. So eventually, they started making us banish people too. Usually we were okay with that, but one time it was different. What happened? A bunch of people decided to protest in the streets outside the palace. They were really loud and saying they didn't want our parents to make decisions for them anymore. But nobody was hurting anyone else or making threats or anything. Our parents, though, they rounded up all the people who were protesting. They brought them to the palace and called for catching me. They said we had to banish them. All of them. Even though they didn't hurt anyone. We couldn't do it. It wasn't fair. All the people wanted was something different. When we refused, Mom and Dad said they still had to be punished. So, our parents made us watch as they opened the biggest portal we'd ever seen and banished all of them anyway. Pretty harsh. They really hated us for that. They said we were failures and that all the time they spent raising us was a waste. Ouch. That's awful. Teaching us to use our powers only for us to turn out too weak to do what had to be done. So they banished us next. We were so scared because we had no idea where we'd end up. But before they banished us, they gave us the crystal and said they might let us come back someday. Really strong competition for Worst Parents Award. If they felt like we deserved it. So that's how we got here. And that's why we have the crystal. We need it so we'll know if our parents want us back. How could they do that to you? You don't really want to go back to parents like that, do you? I mean, I know they probably love them and there's pain there, but, you know, honestly, we don't really want to go back to parents like that. But they're still our mom and dad, though. Yeah. We just keep wondering what we could have done to make it not happen. It was your parents' choice to do what they did, not yours. None of this was your fault. Yeah, I guess that might be true. It's been so long now that it almost feels like a dream. Like the worst nightmare ever. But it really did happen. The crystal reminds us of that too. I don't think you two should keep the crystal. Maybe it's helpful in certain ways, but it's also causing you a lot of pain, isn't it? Yeah. You don't need to see that. Well, you're right. The crystal used to give us hope, at least a little bit. But after this, I don't even know if I'm even hoping to go back anymore. Yeah, me neither. SD, maybe we don't need the crystal anymore. Yeah, we don't. Let's give the crystal to our new friend. That way it won't be around us anymore. And we'll know it's not being used for anything bad by someone else. I'm happy to do that for you. We're thinking about what happened to us now in a way we never did before, thanks to you. It still hurts to remember everything, but maybe it'll be a little easier now. We're going to look out for the people we care about too, like you. Really proud of you two. Alright. So, let's go back here. Okay, it looks like we're gonna go a little overtime, but we're very close now. Hey buddy, check out that glow, huh? This is what we call the gift of creation. It looks like the new world's all set to go. Just let me know when you're ready. What do you think about how things turned out with the twins' crystal? Well, you and Alethea decided to fix the crystal and give it back to the twins, right? I'm on board with that. You might remember I'm not a fan of limiting what folks can do. The twins showed up here with the crystal. It's theirs, let them do what they want with it. That's pretty much why I did it. It was more about not lying. I get that. I don't like to lie either, since I don't like being lied to. In this case, it's more that I believe in giving everyone as much freedom as possible, you know? I don't want people to just do what I do. I want to be shocked and amazed by what they decide to do. I want them to have freedom, but I also want them to have good advice to act on. I see your point. It's a tricky balance, though, right? You don't want to live someone else's life for him. You said I could ask later about why you're not a god anymore. Alright, you know what? It's late enough in the game now that it probably doesn't matter. So, as you know, I used to be a god. I was part of this whole rigmarole. I could create new worlds just like the other gods. Back then, none of us kept any memories when things started over. The arrangement for me to do that hadn't been made yet. Now I can remember things even from way back then. So I remember what it's like to create new worlds. Having all that power, it was irresistible for me. So much so that I really hated not being the creator. At some point I came up with a plan, a way to make sure no one could be the creator except me. And it worked. The other gods fell for it, and I put a stop to all these endless iterations of worlds. Gave myself the power to rule one new world forever. Be forever feared, forever worshipped, forever envied. How's that sound? I don't think I'd ever want that kind of power. Really though? I think if you dug deep enough, there'd be a part of you that gets it, even if we're not aware of it during this phase. We gods have ways we think the world should be. Almost everyone does, gods or not. Having to see the world operate in a way that's not how you want it to be, that can be infuriating. If I'm honest, I did what I did mostly out of sheer greed. The other gods knew it. Eventually they decided the only way to stop me was to start a war against me. I kept him at bay for a long time, buddy. The amount of power a creator gets is beyond what you can imagine unless you've experienced it. It was a battle to end all battles. It went on for years. You normally don't like to interfere during that phase, but even you fought me. And you all won in the end. You defeated me, put an end to my rule, and my world. Most of the gods thought I needed to be locked away forever for what I did, or worse. You disagreed. You proposed an arrangement. In exchange for my life, I would agree to make sure what I had done would never occur again, by remembering what happens when no one else does. I'd never be able to create another world. I'd rule over nothing. I wouldn't be a god anymore. Instead, I would guide you, as you give advice to the others, and protect the very process of endless death and rebirth that I tried to destroy forever. I figured that arrangement was better than eternal imprisonment, or not existing. So I accepted it, and the rest is history. That is a lot to take in. It's putting it lightly, buddy. But there's still one more kicker. In order to make sure I didn't try to corrupt any of the gods in their unknowing, unremembering states, the other part of the deal was that none of them would be able to see or hear or otherwise sense me anymore. Only you would perceive me. so that I could guide you and discuss your decisions with you. That's why I watch what goes on around here and wait for you to come by. That's all I've got left. Do you ever regret what you did? Not really. It's been so long now. I don't have any strong feelings about it anymore. But I mean, you gave me another chance. I don't like our arrangement a whole lot, but it's probably more than I deserve. Thanks, Aza. Considering what you did, it's a pretty generous deal. Yep, I don't disagree, and I know my own true nature. If you give me the power to be the creator again, I'd probably try the same thing, even knowing it would fail. Fortunately for all of us, that'll never happen. Alright, that's enough. I said I'd tell you, now there's nothing more to say. So how do we start the new world? All you gotta do is pick up the gift. It'll be the end of your time here once you kick things off, so make sure you tie up all your loose ends first. Alright, I think I need a little more time. Because we just have two... Oh. Made that mistake again. It's okay. This one. And the scientist. And then we're done. And then it's time. Oh, right. You have to swim to it. Maybe recall that I've spent eons trying to recover my lost memories. It's an exhausting effort that has taxed me to my limits. There's still so much locked within me, but I cannot access it without more power. When I extracted the energy of the pages to create the portal, I realized I could use that same power to reassemble my memories. If you empower me, it will make it worth your while. Now you too have memories you've lost. Surely you must wonder why you're here and who you really are. Therefore, in exchange, I will tell you what I learned. How many pages? Seems you have 10. I will need 2. I will share with you any info that might be relevant. Do we have a deal? Very good. It is done. Now, allow me to share what I've found. As you may have gathered, everything we're doing now is part of a great cycle. We have done all these things before, and we will do them again. It has not always been this way. There was a time when we gods retained access to our memories. Each of us had our domains of power, knowledge, revelry, ingenuity. But there was only one world forged by the original creator at the dawn of time. Aeons went by, and eventually the original creator grew tired of observing their world. He wanted to find out what the rest of us would do with the power of creation, so they brought the cycle into being. The world would be reborn again and again, and each time one of the gods would have the opportunity to shape it as they saw fit. Which brings us to your role in all this. You were the one chosen to speak with the gods in this in-between realm we call the ocean. Your actions would indirectly determine the creator of the next world. Within the ocean, none of us would be aware of our divinity or have access to our memories, thus keeping the process as pure and unbiased as possible. That's all I can recall for now. What happened to the original? I believe they still exist in some form or another, but I'm unsure of the details. May learn more of that if we're persistent. What would you do if you became creator? I've had a great deal of time to think on this. More than anything else, I would want my world to guarantee the safety of all mortals. Of course, there will always be those who disobey and attempt to threaten the peace. These mortals I would separate to prevent them from contaminating my society. Perhaps a use could be found even for them. Thanks for the info. I can give more. time I've learned more about the destruction and creation of gods. Before the cycle started, there were other gods beside those who inhabit the ocean now. My memories are hazy and indistinct. All I know for certain is they no longer exist. For the most part, we gods are immortal. We do not perish of sickness or old age. Nevertheless, it seems there are ways to erase even a god from existence. A creator, for instance, can choose to remove all traces of a god from their world until the cycle begins again. Well, the original creator had the power to erase gods more permanently. There's also precedent for mortals ascending to godhood by the original creator's power. At least 2 such events have occurred in the history of the cycle. In the first case, 2 children were banished from their home and ended up in the ocean quite by accident. In the second, a larval creature arrived here after a long journey following its birth. Of course, now we know these beings as Ketri and Esti and Lutra. And they have since become true gods, capable of creating new worlds if they're selected by our process. They weren't gods originally, so they became gods in the ocean. Interesting. That makes sense, though. I can only assume the original creator was responsible for their transformation. Perhaps this means you too were ascended from a mortal state to become what you are now. So, am I a god too then? Can I make myself creator? This is certainly possible, and yet because of your role, you are not capable. Okay. Why would the original creator want to end? Perhaps divine crimes were committed in the past so severe that they felt there was no other choice. I must admit, if a god chose to defy me while I had that kind of power, I would very likely do the same. Okay, that'll be the last. So I'm not gonna look for the others. It is done. I have made some discoveries about you that are quite intriguing. Firstly, it may surprise you to learn that you're the author of the pages you've been collecting. They were written by you during a past immortal era as a record of the events that transpired. It would appear that once a new world has been created, your role shifts from advisor to historian. Is this something you already knew? I had no idea. Oh, I suppose that's to be expected, but there's more. As far back as my memories now reach, you have always been with us. You have always been a god. Like Amar, Althea, and myself, you were not ascended from a mortal state. Alright. I guess I'm a god. Perhaps you were even capable of creating worlds at one time, despite your inability to do so now. Of course, disregarding the details of your past, your role during this part of the cycle is crucial. Without you, none of us would be able to create anything. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Understandable. I too was overwhelmed when I first began piecing together the fragments of my lost memories. But I commend you for seeking out this info regardless. Not everyone is willing to do what it takes to learn the truth. Is there anything you're not sharing? If I were to relay every bit of minutia about my memories to you, you'd be here for ages and you would learn little of consequence. I'm giving you the facts I believe you'll find most relevant. Nothing more, nothing less. Alright. I feel I am close to learning the full truth about you. Well, unfortunately, I do not have them. I'm not gonna go looking for them. So I just kind of want to wrap it up now. But that's okay. We got a lot of info anyway. Where'd she go? Oh, wait, maybe she's up. There she is. We found her. I'm glad you returned. I wanted to get your thoughts on some concerns I've had recently. Might you have a moment? Told you with my research and the goals of it. Remember, my studies have always been focused on finding the truth about the ocean. I know this place is a purpose. All my research to date suggests so. But the answers remain frustratingly out of reach. At least things have improved when it comes to getting assistance. You've been a great help, and Amar was unexpectedly productive as well. It took considerable time and effort to make that happen. I'm not sure now if it was worth it. Was I wrong to try and recruit others? It's tough managing people. Maybe you would have gotten more done if you were working by yourself. I don't think it was a waste. Now that we've learned the basics, we'll be able to help more efficiently. That's probably true. I suppose giving up on the effort so soon would be inadvisable. Putting that aside, you might recall that I had a number of enhancements prepared. This was, of course, before you learned that Gnosis was the source of the energy I sought for those upgrades. It's been difficult to avoid feeling discouraged since then. At this point, I have no idea how, or even if, I'll be able to upgrade the lab as planned. That was a big setback, but if you double down on your studies and your exploration, you'll find a new power source. Well, I could just say I believe in you. Really? That's quite motivating. Maybe you're right. Maybe I don't need the upgrades. Or perhaps I can at least make some headway, even if they aren't a reality yet. But speaking frankly, even if I had completed the overhaul by now, there would still be a problem, gnawing away at me, a little bit at a time. It's the thought, no, the fear, that no matter how hard I work, no matter what tools are at my disposal, I will never know the truth. This endless dream or illusion, whatever it is, will never truly end, and I'll never know what it's for. What do I do about that? Do you think there's anything I can do? And try to make peace with it. As long as you're seeking the truth, I believe you'll find answers. Yeah, let's do that. I think I'm beginning to see what you mean. There are those here who are willing to help me, who believe in me and my skills. Whether or not I find the answers I'm seeking, I'm not alone in all this, and that means a lot. Thank you so much for hearing me out. I appreciate it. Alright, so we finished with Alethea. So, all we have left is to finish the game. So let's do that. I am picking the otter still. The otter still gets it. Oh. I guess we can't do the crown. Oh well. Going to sleep now. Thank you for the stream. Sorry I can't keep going to the end. Oh, okay. Well, you can always watch the VOD later. I hope you have a good stream. A good sleep. I'm just gonna pick the otter and see what happens. Good night. That's what Gnosis likes to do. Important knowledge is rarely free, you know? Don't you know who I am too? Okay, buddy, I see what this is all about. I'll give you two simple answers. Yes, I know who you are. No, I will not be the one to tell you. Why not? Because you told me not to, ages and ages ago. I've forgotten half of what I ever knew back then, but that I've always remembered. And I've always honored it. Why would I have said that? I don't know. It was never totally clear to me. I think maybe you felt like it spoiled the whole arrangement somehow. Anyway, Gnosis has made no such agreement with you. So if you really want to know, take it up with them. Can I really trust Gnosis? Can't make that choice for you, bud. I'll tell you this much, though. What Gnosis tells you will all be the truth. They don't peddle lies. Their info is all legit. Remember what you're giving them in return. You know the pages make Gnosis more powerful. It might have an impact on how things turn out for the new world, yeah? That's all I got. Okay, well, it's time. It'll be the end of your time. I'm ready. Guess this is it then. I'm always excited to see what happens with the new world. Also means we won't see each other for a while. Thanks for stopping by us so much this time. It was good reflecting on things with you, but for now it's time for us to part ways. I'm flattered, buddy, I really am. But it does have to happen. You guessed it, all part of the arrangement. I see. Not goodbye forever. Next time we'll meet again. You won't remember me, but I'll get you caught back up. That's enough talking, I guess. Let's get this show on the road. For a time, I continued to feel myself rising toward the heavens. Eventually, I came to a stop, and the blinding light around me slowly faded away. Somehow, I was suspended among the stars. In that silent void, I began to reflect on my role. In the ocean, it was my task to advise the gods and help determine the next creator. But just as Gnosis told me, that was about to change. After the birth of the new world, I would become the historian, eternal observer and record keeper of every mortal age. Soon I would be starting a new book and filling its pages with all the events to come. I could sense that the gift of creation was ready to move forward. But was I? I wished I could speak with them one last time. And to my surprise, a portal opened before me. An image began to appear, and for a moment I didn't understand what I was seeing. It dawned on me that I was looking at Lutra. Oh, you're so nice now. You're so pretty. It would become a huge and majestic moth-like creature. I asked how it felt to have undergone such a drastic change. This one feels new. Memories of this one not clear. But this one remembers words. This one must save for future and save for others. This one also remembers one who was familiar. This one hopes to find familiar one again someday. Before I could respond, it took flight and was gone. I resolved to remind Lutra who I was, if I could, and help it recall the time we shared together in the ocean. Suddenly the view within the portal shifted, and Ketri and Esti appeared. New friend, we were wondering what happened to you. I assured them I was alright and filled them in on the new world about to be born. Then I asked what they planned to do once it was created. Well, whatever the new world's like, we want to help make it even better. We want people to get along and take good care of each other, so we'll try and show them how. I told them I was glad they'd set such a goal for themselves and wished them well. Thanks, new friend. See you around. Next, I found myself smiling as Amar's familiar face appeared. Whoa, what's going on, friend? Not sure how you're doing this, but it's good to see ya. Something strange is going on. Is this the end of the world? I told Amar they were basically correct, but a new world would be taking this one's place, and soon someone would be chosen to create it. Huh, well, whoever gets to do that. I hope they think about everyone when they decide how it's gonna be. Anyway, are we gonna get to hang out sometime in this new world? Said I certainly hope so. Yeah, me too, friend. There didn't seem to be any sign of Gnosis at all. I reached out to them with my thoughts, but there was no response. At that point, only Alethea remained, and somehow I knew this meant she'd been chosen as the creator. Aww. I didn't want her. Okay, well, that's because I never got the crown. Sure enough, Alethea appeared a moment later, adjusting her goggles and looking thoughtful. Oh, well, hello. You can open portals too? Were you able to do this all along? I explained that I wasn't sure where the portal had come from either. Perhaps I'd created it unconsciously. Maybe it was under the control of someone or something else. I see, but more importantly, what is happening to the ocean right now? All the creatures are vanishing, and there's an odd, bright light coming from the sky. I told Alethea that a new world would be taking this one's place, and she was the one who'd be creating it. I placed the gift of creation in front of me, and it passed through the portal to reach Alethea. My word, if only I'd known all this before, everything would have... But no, I doubt I would have believed you anyway. This is a tremendous responsibility, building a whole new world from scratch. It sounds thrilling, but there will be people, won't there? And all kinds of other life. I'll have to consider that when making my decisions. I nodded and told Alethea I felt she was already on the right track. Thank you, that means a lot to me. I want my world to be a place where science and nature can coexist and improve one another. Well, that doesn't sound too bad. I'll do my best to bring that about. What about you then? Will you be there as well? I explained I'd be there to write the events of history, and she could always talk to me about how things were going if she wished. Good, then this need not be goodbye. See you on the other side, my friend. My head was swimming with possibilities for how the new world might turn out, but of course the decisions were all up to Alethea now, not me, so I gathered my things and prepared to record what happened. Using the gift of creation, Alethea brought the new world forth from nothingness. The mortals of this world developed a passion for the sciences. Soon they were expanding their cities on a massive scale and filling them with industrial wonders. Their towers of brass shone in the sun, climbing closer to the heavens every day. They were still behemoths and belched oily smoke into the atmosphere. They charted their oceans extensively with fleets of coal-fired steamboats. That's... She should not have gotten it. By the time they were done exploring, the world was coated in smog. They invented machines to filter the air and make it more breathable, but their effectiveness was limited. The people began to cast their gaze toward the stars, hoping for a fresh start elsewhere. Though Alethea took pride in the mortals' ambitions, she also worried for them. They've accomplished so much, but what have they really learned? How will they avoid making all the same mistakes again? She remembered her own struggles and her realization that scientific progress shouldn't come at the price of other living things. So she offered the mortals her guidance. She taught them to care for nature better and helped them put laws into place to limit environmental damage. They researched ways to generate power from the sun's energy. Rather than leaving their planet behind, the mortals took on the hard work of making it habitable again. The world began to recover. Okay, well, at least she stepped in. These beautiful seas and jungles are the best. They remind me of the Kelp Forest. Amara found themselves in agreement with Alethea's calls to keep the environment safe. They offered to assist Alethea by developing laws to ensure nature's longevity. Alethea, we want to help you show the mortals how to be kind to each other. Ketri and Esti were inspired by Alethea's respect for all life. They assisted Alethea in maintaining the peace, developing laws that kept wars and violence to a minimum. In the far reaches of space, Lucha had given birth to thousands of offspring. The moth-like creatures became stewards of nature in the universe, punishing civilizations that abused and exploited their planet's ecosystems. These ones have respect for this world. Support will be given. And so the moths helped Valadia's mortals develop advanced eco-friendly technology. As for Gnosis, although they wished to seize the gift of creation and shape reality to their liking, all their data indicated such an uprising would not succeed. So Gnosis remained hidden in the depths, biding their time and waiting for the perfect opportunity. With the help of the gods, Althea's mortals were able to continue their slow and steady progress. Eventually, they built golden vessels that sailed among the stars, gleaming in the sun just as their towers once did. They explored the outer reaches of their solar system, terraforming other planets responsibly and building fantastic machines to harness the sun's energy even better. To this day, they dream of seeing worlds beyond their galaxy and even further, but they are patient. Even if they never get there, the price of explosive progress is not worth it for them. And so the mortals will live in peace with the gods, thankful for what they have, but always reaching further, until the cycle begins anew. Okay, well that wasn't a bad ending. In loving memory of those 3 people. Guessing they were part of the team. Don't know though. Well, in the end, I didn't even get to choose. Because I guess you had to get the crown to choose. But because I gave all my books to Gnosis, I wasn't able to get the crown. So in the end, I didn't end up having the choice. But it's okay. I think it worked out. So, I guess I chose knowledge over having the freedom of choice. Interesting game. Epilogue Solarpunk can be rewatched from the Epilogue Viewer. When you start a new game on the save file, all the illustrations you collected can still be viewed. Alright, well. That went an extra half hour, technically. We just started later, that's okay. I don't really have time to raid someone now, so I just gotta go. But it was fun. It was a good, chill time. On Friday, we will go back to Citizens of Space. And finish that game. That one will be fun because it was kind of comedic and Mario, Paper Mario like. Not Paper Mario, is it? Yes. My brain right now. Yes. We're gonna do that on Friday. Alright, have a great rest of your week. Alright. Bye everyone.